I almost called him Daniel Glover again. Donald Glover has recently released a miniseries, I guess is what we can call it, since it was only 7 episodes. A horror show based on Stans and the mental illness of Stans.
Boy, he exposed y'all.
Oh,
exposed.
Felt so good to just know that somebody out there sees that standing a celebrity is mental illness.
I don't know, man. At some point, it seemed like he was very
empathetic.
Very empathetic, but beyond empathetic, like enamored with the, not so much the stan culture, but at least this individual.
Oh, yeah.
Like this person for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinated.
With this celebrity.
No. The protagonist. Well, not, I guess she's not really a protagonist in the traditional sense.
Sure.
The lead of the show. The Dexter, if you will.
Enamored with the fictional character.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
well,
right,
she's not fictional, right?
No, she's.
I mean, they were very dutiful about letting us know every episode. Hey, yo, remember?
Yeah.
All of this shit is somehow real.
Well, I heard the reason that they did that is because they put so much research into certain things that it is very real to them.
Well, and also they are talking about a lot of real people, so they don't want to get sued.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
But yeah, no, a lot of real things happened. A lot of real things that were portrayed as, a thing actually happened in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've seen so many things. And there were a couple of obvious ones, right? Like the Sanaa Lathan biting Beyonce's face thing.
The joke about the guy being like, "Oh, that was the girl."
That was the girl from Love and Basketball.
Immediately caught that. I thought that was hilarious.
Like, yeah, there were a few obvious ones in there, but there were also some ones in there from some other shows that we actually talked about on the pod that popped up, and I recognized them immediately. Right? Shout out to Billie Eilish. It was a very exhilarating show. Like this show was very exciting. It kept you kind of like on the edge, saying WTF.
Sure.
Just about every episode. I'm like, yo, why?
Yeah.
Run. No, don't let her in. No, don't like her. No, stop. Why? That was another thing. Everybody was so nice to her. She was so likable.
I think that was supposed to be a point, is that everybody she killed, with the exception of the Twitter guy in the beginning of episode 3, I think. Well, even he did something for her, technically.
The YouTuber, yeah.
They all did something for her.
Yeah.
They all did something for her. And I guess even that guy, in a sense, she raided his pantry for all the snacks, which was also another thing, is she ate absolute garbage.
Yeah. Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And anytime somebody tried to give her some good food, she was like, nah, fam,
I'm good, bro.
I'm going to eat these hot Cheetos.
I'm going to make my dude break his food sobriety. I didn't know if they had sex or what happened.
Right? And then spend half the night throwing up because he hadn't eaten anything like that in forever.
Okay, so let's start from the jump, the one that got everybody going.
You know what?
Kicked it off.
Before we start that too, I just wanted to shout out the acting job that Dominique Fishback did.
Oh my God!
As the character.
Woo! Woo-hoo!
Because she played the hell out of that character.
No, she played that character for sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to
very chilling character.
At times had you feeling empathetic for the character, and at times had you like, bro, what the fuck?
It's in them eyes, man.
Yeah,
them eyes was killer. Her when she got her first taste with well, I won't jump ahead. When she got her first taste,
yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. She's definitely a good actress. Yeah, let's start off with episode 1. So, like you said, the thing that got everybody talking is Damson Idris giving straight back shots to Chloe.
Hey, what up, girl? Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
That was.
Yeah.
That was a little nuts.
That was crazy.
That was a little crazy.
Yo, it was just a tiny bit awkward because, right, you seen Chloe Bailey as like little girl. That's the first time me seeing them together. It was like they was the little girls that was singing up under Beyonce, right? Like,
sure. And then you got Hale.
She hasn't been that girl in a long time now.
Sure.
She's fully.
But you got Hale being Little Mermaid, and then outside of this show, she got a role with Drewski in some church movie or whatever. completely unbecoming of anything else that they have worked towards, which is crazy to see. But
well, I mean, it's cool. It's a sex scene.
It gives her range. It gives her range for sure.
It was initially shocking, I guess. But then, I mean, we've already seen her ass.
I wish I could have seen it on the actual episode, and it would have been more shocking for me. But I saw it all over my Twitter
the internet.
feed.
Oh yeah. Y'all didn't give me no chance to actually watch the show. I knew Chloe was getting her little cheeks beat before I even turned it on.
Literally 7 o'clock in the morning. Go to Twitter. One of the first things I see. I'm just like, all right, here we are.
I'm like, damn. Show been out for 7 hours.
But that goes to show that whoever leaked that specific scene that day when the show came out, marketing genius.
No, it got people talking about the show for sure.
Marketing genius. And I feel like they all knew, like, oh no, we got to get Damson Idris and Chloe.
We got to get Damson Idris acting like Gunna to be with Chloe in this show.
You know? Everything else from that first episode kind of set up. Obviously, her love for the Beyonce-esque character Nyjah, which, you know, as we're learning more about this character, at least in that first episode, I couldn't tell if sometimes she was kind of fluent, but then sometimes she just had something wrong up here. Or,
the girl. Yeah, I didn't know she was on the spectrum or not.
You know what I mean?
I was
sometimes she'd be normal, but then sometimes she'd be...
I was thinking autistic at certain points, but they never brought it up. They never even alluded to it. Like, even when they broke down her background, it was just that she was just a little off. They never said that she had any type of, you know, verified delay, which kind of gave me the okay to have no sympathy for this person, at least initially, you know, seeing what they started doing.
Yeah. And I think... You know, the reason why she's so okay with, you know, later on killing people who have done things for her is because, you know, Chloe had done so much for her and she was willing to leave, and then she ends up dying in this
Marissa
episode.
is her name.
Yeah. I kept calling her Chloe. I'm not doing that on purpose because I don't have notes today. But, yeah, Marissa in the show.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Initially, I thought she killed Marissa. I thought that was going to be the big, you know, plot was that she actually murdered Marissa, and it caused her to have a mental break, which sent her on this spiral and this killing spree. Because they kind of left it open for a large degree until I think it was, I don't know, it was somewhere in there 5, 6, 7 towards the end of the show. They actually confirmed that she killed herself. She committed suicide.
I, too, would have had a mental breakdown if I had to see Rory Culkin's micro penis.
Fam, Rory Culkin. I was
extra.
like, is she having sex with Home Alone? Is she having sex with Macaulay Culkin?
Oh, no, that wasn't
now?
Macaulay. That was one of his brothers.
Okay. I was so sure she had sex with Home Alone.
Yeah, no. One of his brothers. He's got 2, I think, that act.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's weird. They look like clones of each other.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is the other one doesn't really look all... Well, he looks like them, but he looks like a much more polished version of them. The guy in Succession.
Oh, Roman. That's Macaulay Culkin's brother?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't initially like Damson Idris playing 2023 Franklin.
Fuck boy. The fuck boy.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, all right.
Shit, I know some niggas that'll blow your back out, Drip.
I was like, all right. He's Franklin in the new.
That wasn't even
millennium.
Franklin. That was Kev.
Yeah,
He was Kev.
I wasn't crazy about that, but then towards the end, you know, after the funeral and everything like that, he started to show a different side of him at the very least, which we only got to see briefly because she offed him.
Which was not, that was really the moment to show that like she was really broken, right? Because we went there with the expectancy of her, you know, avenging her friend because she thinks that he killed her. Then he breaks down and tells her what happened, you know, leading up to her death, and that they had gotten into an argument, which was confirming what she had already known about the events leading up to her death, right? Because she called her last and told her that homeboy was cheating on her, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then he breaks down, says how much he cared about her and that he missed her and that he knew he was wrong. This, that, and the third. Stops just short of making an advance of her, which would also be confirming her ill thoughts of him. Sure. Like at every turn, where she expects for there to be malfeasance, there's not. And at every step, she's expecting him to take some wild turn or some show some negative trait that he has, and he's not giving it. And the only thing this man wanted to do was to give you some of his mama's sweet tea. Mm-hmm. And then no sooner than he turned his damn back, you went over my man's head with a damn lamp.
Yeah. You know what? Now that you mention it and all the things that kind of worked into that, yeah, I guess they were trying to lead us into thinking that he killed her.
Yeah.
I didn't see it that way. I always saw it as she killed herself.
So they got into that argument, right? Mm-hmm. Marissa leaves the house. Before they do, she tries to tell her, like, hey, yo, homeboy tried to have sex with me earlier, which she was telling the truth, right? But it comes off a certain way in the middle of me trying to get out of the house, right? And then that same night, she ends up dead.
You know, what you're saying makes sense as to how they could have said it, or as to how they set it up that way.
That's why she started with him, because in her mind, she killed Marissa.
And that's why he didn't go to the funeral. Mm-hmm. So all that makes sense. I just didn't see it that way. I don't know if I just didn't catch that, because I saw that they had said she was listening to the Nyjah album and all that stuff, and I just kind of just assumed that it was.
Like, it goes from somewhat calculated and having some sort of reason to it to absolute insanity very quickly with her.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so then his death, which actually after she raised the refrigerator and eats pie with blood all over it. Yikes. Episode 2 is where she starts working in the strip club. Mm-hmm. Okay, and she's working in the strip club and she's dancing to Nyjah music.
In Atlanta, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, she's in Atlanta now. Yep.
And she's dancing to really slow Nyjah music, and she can't dance for shit. It's awkward as hell. But homeboy still wanted to give her dollars.
Fam, but look though, like it was, you know what's so funny about that setup is that the dude was sitting outside in the car, right? The sun was coming up. It was like 5, 6 a.m. In the morning. She's working the 6 a.m. strip club shit, fam.
Yeah,
she's the worst stripper in the world.
Yep.
She's working the strip club at 5 a.m.
And all the other strippers are making fun of her and whatnot.
As they should be.
Yeah. And then it takes Michael Jackson's daughter who was, I guess, making the most money out of the strip club.
What?
That was Paris Jackson playing that stripper. The white girl who says she's Halsey.
I forgot Michael had those 2 Caucasian babies.
Yep. But yeah, no. So it's just funny that is what, led her to finally to that stripper, and then her problems with the guy she was dating. And so because homegirl had kind of done some things for her, not only did she kill her boyfriend, but then she ended up killing her when she talked too much.
First of all, white girl, you walked into this man's house and see her over your dead boyfriend's body. I don't give a fuck if he was the worst person in the world and you prayed for his death every day. Your response is run. Your response to walking into a murder is to run.
No, her response was literally kicking him multiple times.
You're my best friend now. Yay.
Befriending the
You want to
murderer.
run? You want to leave? We can go to Mexico. This is so much fun. You're about to die. You are about to die.
Literally dies right after that.
Oh my God. Cringe.
Yep. But she dies because of, she did something for her. She bought her that breakfast. She also taught her dance moves so that she could become better at the strip club.
And it just keeps popping up. And I'm like, yo, why do people keep lending a hand to this monster? Why? But then it makes sense because as it gets explained later on in the series, serial killers are so rare that you would just never automatically put that on a person, no matter how strange, no matter how out of the ordinary, how much their story doesn't line up. As you notice, as we're going from place to place, her stories are getting a little bit more variance. Her stories are starting to grow in scope in terms of how much stank she's putting on it. And it hits critical mass at the end, by we get to the last episode.
Yeah.
But boy, people seem to just go out, which is weird given the premise that it seems that they're working towards. right? That this is a forgotten black woman. This is a black woman who slipped through the cracks, as was quoted in the series at one point. Mm-hmm. So for it to be that, it's like she slipped through the cracks, and yet at every turn she's getting assistance to further her rampage, to further her killing spree. Killed Damson, right? Then we head over to Atlanta, start stripping, where I'm sure to stick out like a sore thumb to somebody until I find this friend that helps me fit in. Oh, killed her and her boyfriend, right? Still about to mess around with these strippers who are probably, given enough time, going to put two and two together that, oh, right when you came along to make some money with us, the other girl we was going to bring along with us died. Mm-hmm. Oh, her boyfriend's also gone, and no one's heard or seen of either one of them since you came around.
Yep.
Like, it was only going to be a matter of time before somebody pointed out, oh, we just happened to ditch town and stick the 4 other strippers with the murder that I caused. Now, that I caused.
Yeah, that was also a wild situation because, again, she was obviously looking for Reggie that whole time that she was at the strip club. Finds him because her tire blows out. Mm-hmm. And he takes them to go fix it. She has a conversation with him.
We ain't about to just blow past the college baseball team.
Oh, yeah.
See, where they was actually going to do the work they was actually doing that night. That was definitely the Duke lacrosse team.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah.
That was the Duke lacrosse team.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that was what they were trying to get
exactly
at.
What they were getting at.
Oh my God!
Didn't even.
But it makes I didn't even put it together because the girl, the girl that ended up making all the crazy claims and stuff about, she had severe mental health issues and had been caught doing that kind of stuff, like drumming up these grandiose stories about people before. Again, that's her. That's Dre. That's the stripper.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
Clearly, because, he was jacking off in the room with her eating chips.
Yep. Yeah. That whole thing. Crazy. That whole scene was nuts. But now that you put it that way, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I'm trying to point out all the references that we got.
Well, okay. So then, yeah, after that, tire blows out. He finds them, luckily. They pull over. He takes them back to his place so that he can fix the tire. She gets into the conversation of who's your favorite artist because she knows who he is.
Who's your favorite artist?
And he says he likes some dude from Toronto, which I don't think was supposed to be Drake.
I think it was Drake.
I thought it was supposed to be like maybe Tory Lanez.
Nah, I think it's Drake.
Because he kind of was just like, yeah, this such and such, because he's got a cool little
You
sound
think he
going.
better than Nyjah? He has one Grammy. Nyjah has 26.
And so, but we note that she didn't kill him until after he was finished fixing the car.
Because I don't think she was going to do it. It's the same thing that happened with Damson in her first kill, right? She has these reasons that she went there to kill him for. Mm-hmm. This swarm was the most underworked part of the series for me, right? The Twitter group that she entered in where they were doxing people. That was kind of the most underworked part of it. It became so much more about the individual within the swarm than the actual swarm itself. They kind of revisit it during the documentary stage. Mm-hmm. But it's really important because she's never able to find this first group of people, the first 4 or so people she kills up front, because even the white girl, she had seen that she was talking shit about Nyjah on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Right? So everybody she killed in the first 4 killings were people that were talking shit about Nyjah.
Yeah.
And then after that, it came a little bit more circumstantial. Mm-hmm. But she's only able to locate these people because of this group where they're doxing people. Mm-hmm. I wish they would have got into that more, dug into that more, especially when they started investigating it. Yeah. Because how the hell is she finding these folks? Mm-hmm. You drew the connection that all these people are talking negatively about Nyjah, but you're not putting the connective tissue of how she's getting from point A to point B to find these people. Yeah. So yeah, that was just a weird tidbit. But
or somebody in the group should have been like, all right, now these people are dying. So.
Yeah, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So going back to how it was similar to the first kill, right? She goes in there with this idea of why this person needs to die to kind of get herself hyped up. And then they start doing all this nice stuff for them. And then they show you that they're a good person that doesn't deserve to die, right? Like she looks at the picture of her son on the wall. Yeah. She just got into a car that he fixed for her so they can get back on the road. She's sitting there contemplating, thinking, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyways.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Right? I got to go to the bathroom. Gets back in there. And then the one fatal mistake. Why are you asking her what she's doing, fam? She's creeping up behind what she thinks is a person in the shower to hit them with the cast iron pan. That's what she's doing. Yeah. I can ascertain all of that without asking her anything. You should have took the helio boot and put it in the back of her head. Sweet chin music. Huh. Over with. It's done. Series over. Only 3 episodes. It's a 3-parter.
Right. Yeah.
Done deal. And even with that, he still, he gets close. But fam, that was supposed to be over with well before they got back into the house.
Sure. Especially with how much bigger he was than her.
It should have been done right then and there. Should have been over with.
But they get into a scuffle.
With the blick.
They think he's trying to essay her. And they start beating up on him. Eventually one of them shoots him twice. So now they're all in on it because somebody actively killed the person.
But it's always one person in the group that got some common sense. They're absolutely right. We ain't gotta go nowhere. Sit here. Call the police. We're 4 women. There's only one gun. He's huge. Only thing we gotta say is that he tried to assault her, and we'll get off somehow, some way.
Yeah, but
nope.
She dipped
fucking
off.
Bolted.
She dipped off on them. Which I guess that was also a thing where I guess 4 strippers went to the guy's house and then killed the guy. They all got arrested for it.
But then there was a 5th girl there who started the whole shebang and left them there.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was really part of it.
Yeah.
So episode 3 is where she pulls up to some YouTuber's house. Apparently he was talking shit about Nigel on Twitter. And she got him pretty quickly. Obviously she's still an amateur and she's still making noise and shit like that.
But how did you get into his house? 2 of them happened in Atlanta. 2 of the murders happened in Atlanta. One of them happened in Houston. Mm-hmm. Now we got one. I would imagine still somewhere in Texas with this YouTuber, right? Or is she in Tennessee now?
I don't know. No, well, she's not. Well,
no, she's still in Atlanta.
She didn't kill the white girl, or she didn't go to kill the white girl in Tennessee. I thought it said something like Seattle or something like that when she went to go kill the white girl. She went to the gym. The gay dude found her and was like, "Is she being racist to you?"
Yes. Okay. The one she was following. Yes. Yes. Okay. I got it now.
She's the MAGA white chick.
Yes, the MAGA chick. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
But that was somewhere completely different.
First of all, oh my God.
Tommy Loren?
No, the white dude at the check-in desk thinking he's being a savior. Yeah. Right? Thinking he being an ally. He down, right? No, you just let a serial killer in the gym.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool. You ain't even know this woman. First of all, I thought he was just playing along.
I did too.
To help her get in the gym. Like, oh, let me help her out.
I did too.
Because, that's... No.
He really
this man believes he knows her because all black people look the same to him. Mm-hmm. And so he's carrying on this whole conversation with this killer that he didn't let in the damn gym. Mm-hmm. Because, I'm cool. And I have a black friend and I let her in the gym the other day just because I can.
That's why I think it was... I know they mentioned Seattle. I think that was in Seattle. Okay. Which makes sense because
Jesus Christ,
they probably have a lot of liberal
people. She drove from Houston to Seattle.
Yeah, I know they mentioned Seattle
or from Atlanta. No, that would be Atlanta to Seattle. After she shot homeboy, that happened.
Now, to be fair, there was a lot of time in between
the two. Sure, but still, it's a hell of a trek.
She probably was killing people in between.
On the way, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but she went to try to kill Tommy Loren. Is who that was supposed to be. And amongst seeing a black guy with a 444 jacket.
Jay-Z was a drug dealer.
Among seeing a guy with a 444 jacket in the elevator and getting a text from Marissa, which I think she was just hallucinating and seeing those.
I think she probably text herself. She sets it up like a timer or something like that. She's having conversations.
But in this case, the text said follow the jacket. You think she texted herself?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, she is hallucinating.
And so follow the jacket. She does, and follows him all the way to his house, and then breaks into his home and pretends she's a abuse victim, so that he would do stuff for her.
Fam, y'all better not ever. I don't care what type of victim you are. Why are you breaking in my house? Knock at the door like a normal person.
Yeah. Yep.
Fam, yeah, that was insane. And then had the nerve to let her stay the night at his house.
Yeah. Now we don't know if they did anything.
Brody. Huh?
We don't know if they did anything though.
We know they did something.
I was gonna say they might have did something before the eating, and then
no, fam. The eating was another something. That was some freak stuff. That was some nut ass freak bull stuff.
But they clearly did something before because they were together. She walks out of the room, goes to get something to eat, and then that's when.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know,
we'll see.
But obviously they start dating.
We won't see.
But they start dating after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then funny enough though, he becomes the one person that did something for her that she didn't kill. Oh no, she did. She let them in that freezer.
Yeah,
Damn it. I forgot about the freezer. Okay, so she also kills him. And then she takes the pass and walks into the after party.
Walks past Nigel's mama.
Mm-hmm. And her sister at one point too.
Yep.
No, it was her sister, wasn't it?
Was that her sister or her mom?
No, I think that was her sister.
Oh, okay.
Who was
supposed to be Solange?
Sure.
I think that's fucking hilarious that they made everybody like Solange. Like that's just a thing. Like people like Solange more.
She's
than
so
like
much
Beyonce.
more spiritual and
y'all got to chill with that. Like no,
hilarious.
Solange definitely has a fan base.
Yes,
there are not more people that like Solange than Beyonce. But they made it this prevailing thing that like, oh, people really like Solange and people just follow Beyonce.
Yeah.
That was kind of the thing, right? Like people genuinely like Solange, but Beyonce is just like drones.
But I think only really two people said that. The girl from
that was a common thing.
It was fairly common.
The chick at the end was like, you could have at least brought me tickets to her sister.
But the girl from the cult said it, and then that girl. Who do you remember if anybody else said it?
Dude, Damson in the beginning.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if anybody else said it before that.
Yep, he was like her sister, cool.
Yeah, he did say that. Okay, fair enough. So then she goes into the after party, and she thinks she's biting into I think I saw a plum, is what it was supposed to be.
Fam, who got plums in the club?
Nija. Beyonce apparently. And apparently that plum somehow turned into her biting Nija.
Like now this is starting the point where I have to suspend my disbelief just a bit. But then again, realizing that there's not all of this really happened, but some sort of these events.
Somebody bit Beyonce.
But we know who that was though. Like immediately. We knew who that was almost the same day. So
even that was apparently a rumor though, because Tiffany Haddish said it. But I mean, we assume that to be true at this point.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a thing.
It's weird behavior, regardless.
We at least let's say we don't know who bit Beyonce's face. It's not like them. But let's say we don't know who it was. We at least have a name. We got a suspect.
Prime suspect.
How did she make it out that club, y'all? How is she doing multiple murders in the same state, leaving physical evidence all over the place? She don't put no gloves on until she killed a YouTuber.
And she's an amateur killer. Very clearly amateur.
How now? How did she make it out that club? You mean we got a club full of swarm and y'all let her get out of there after she bit Nigel's face? Weak ass swarm.
Well, they all were scared.
Weak swarm.
Yeah. Also, before we end episode 3, I thought it was hilarious that the YouTuber was on death's door and looked at what happened and was like, nigga, Twitter?
I got the receipts.
Nigga, Twitter?
And I got the receipts.
Nigga, Twitter? That was hilarious.